All right, guys, here's another example of applying the simple interest formula from a real world situation. Just a reminder, you can find this simple interest formula on the STAR reference sheet. So Mr. Hahn invested $4,000 in a bond at a yearly rate of 2%. He earned $200 in interest. How long was the money invested? So we know this is the principal amount. That's what he invested. A bond, it's a savings bond. I maybe could have clarified that. This is the rate. And then the $200 would actually be the interest. So we're going to go ahead and plug in our values. I always recommend getting the habit of first write down the formula, regardless of what you're solving for. So I know the interest is $200. I know my principal amount is $4,000, and I know my rate is 2% converted to a decimal is 0.02 or 200ths, and we don't know the time. So in other words, 400 times decimal 02 times another number is going to give me $200. So the first thing I want to do is multiply 4,000 times 200. Well, I know 4,000 times 2 is 8,000. However, I got to go back and put that decimal. There was 2 in the original question, so there has to be 2 in the end. So that means that would be $80, and then times t equals 200. We're down to a one-step equation. So that means I have to isolate my variable of t. I need to divide both sides by 80. 80 divided by 80 is just 1. Okay, so we already know that 280 is both divisible by 10. So now I'm left with 20 over 8, which is 10 over 4, which becomes 5 over 2, which is 2.5. So that means my time is 2.5 years. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. If it was, I always say, go ahead and hit like and don't forget to subscribe.